I'll mute myself now.
Alright. Just give people a second to filter on in and all that. So how are you doing today, Zanza, by the way? Other than your stitches, you know?
I'm doing fine, I guess. I've got school stuff to do
There we go.
after this. And I hope to be able to jump into a League game, because I still haven't been able to get into one, despite League being played so often.
Uh-huh. I see. That's a shame.
Oh yeah, who's that?
Yeah. With that being the case, let's see, have we faffed about for our minimum required time to let people filter in? We've been at it for about a minute. I think we're good, sure. Hello, I am Ballast. Welcome to DBA Short Stories, a offshoot of our weekly tabletop game set in the anime campaign, or Epithet System. Very recently, in fact yesterday from the time of this stream, we finished one of those weekly or otherwise sessions, in which this character, Axel, had been kidnapped for various reasons.
Brainwashed into thinking he was old man.
Yeah, he's a very old man, incredibly old man. And during the course of it, some of the backstory, some of the childhood trauma of this young man had been broadcast on live television. And well, some people just like, well, damn, dude, that sucks. I want to talk to him because of that, you know? So we're currently Axel's just, chilling at the arcade, playing a game of air hockey against himself. Damn, is he really kicking his own ass? Like, Jesus Christ, Axel, you could at least try and puppy guard against yourself. Come on, man. But if you're curious on when you can be made aware of when other things like this might occur, make sure to join Fine Dining, our Discord server. And aside from that, we can introduce the other people here, which is primarily Zanza.
Hello, I'm Zanza. I play Axel. Yeah.
And then we also have James here streaming, and also Rob joined in a second ago, but I think he's just here to listen in. And with that, I think we can more or less get into it, unless there's anything Axel wants to say when he's playing air hockey against himself.
Man, this guy's really good.
I'm curious. Why don't you make a roll for each side? Which Axel is kicking the other Axel's ass? So yeah, it's top Axel. That's what my gut feeling was,
Yeah.
Yeah, and as he's doing so, there's a sound of crashing waves in the room over as a man steps through a portal. Alright, if I was told correctly by the people I was calling, I think he's in here currently. Here's the clack, 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 clack. Okay, I think I have a vague idea. He pushes past the curtain. Okay, oh, jeez.
You see a person... Yeah, you see a person basically flash-stepping between these two positions really quickly. And then eventually he gets a score on himself. Takes a moment to catch his breath. Turns around. Oh! Hey. Sorry about that. I didn't see you. I almost ran into you.
Yeah, no, you're
sorry.
good. You're good. I just stepped in. You are Axel, right? Just considering, I want to make sure I'm not talking to a dead man after all.
He looks off like, ooh, let's never talk about that again.
He gestures to the other side. Am I free to take over on that side? Out of curiosity?
Sure.
Alright. Might as well. It's been a while since I've been able to just chill and play a nice game.
Wait a second. Are you like a king or something?
To an extent, yeah. I don't know how much DBA you particularly watch. My name's Aaron. I've been also a participant for a bit.
I think I've heard about you. I don't watch DBA, but I hear people talk about it a lot, you know? More of a people person than a watch television person.
Fair enough. Yeah, I guess we can just make a base roll. I assume Axel's kicking Aaron's ass, but who knows?
Whoa, okay, one sec. I need to screenshot something for voiceless. I have somehow selected the Oz Ghost.
You probably just have permission for some reason on Oz's sheet is all. Because you can select the dead tokens, it's just you can't move them.
Oh, okay, that's just weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. But, yeah.
Yeah, no, long story short, on the king thing, as he fucking hits the puck, it bounces off. A bit ago, I assume you haven't heard of Chip then, another guy that isn't DBA. You've heard of bounties, right? I think you've been in a couple from what I've heard or something?
Yeah, I've been in a couple.
Yeah, no, there was one of those where, there was that chick, what was her name? So something that started with a K. Oh no, it was a redheaded chick that, died. And then they made a bounty out of her, and also X. And Chip used his outclass in that. And it did a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of stuff. One of the things it did was give me, like, an entire new country that just, like, fucking spawned out from in the ocean. So, yeah, I guess you could consider me a king of that.
Man, some people's outclasses are so cool. Can't wait to see what mine does.
I can't wait to see what mine does either. I hope I have enough energy to cast it one day. Yeah, regardless. Fucking hits the puck again. So, yeah. I saw that first part of the thing that you went through, right? Where you were, quote-unquote, dead man. As an aside about that, I know nobody brought it up there, but I assume because of the brainwashing. The DBA camera framed it so that you looked like a regular guy. That confused me as much as it did you. I just want you to understand that.
That's... but how?
I mean, fuck it, you would be surprised how good framing can be as a convention. Fucking directors do that shit all the time. And this is a weird magic camera that fucking is invisible and shit. I don't know, man. Getting off topic. I don't know if you knew that part, but the memories that were in those weird capsules were broadcast on TV as well.
I had a feeling.
And he kind of like stutters for a second. Axel scores a goal. God fucking pulls the puck back out. Yeah, no. Listen, I some people might sell you it's an insult. I'm not a bad person, and I don't like to think I am. But there's some people that are worried about me and DBA and so on and so forth.
I have heard about that.
Yeah, I'm being honest with you, kid. I like you. But when I saw that, it reminded me of me. My dad also the worst, but not as bad as what you went through. I'm going to be honest. Also, my dad wasn't like a weird fucking dictator and scientist either, though, so didn't have the resources to force that sort of thing onto me. But because I just figured, considering you're out now, I figured I should talk to you because I see a better version of a younger me in you currently. Because you've taken what you've gone through, and you are much better adjusted on the other side of it, at least currently. You know?
Thanks, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good. Everybody deals with, something like that. And there's no reason to, compare, who had it worse, because everyone has to deal with something.
Exactly. No, I wasn't trying to. I was just, yeah. So I just figured, hey, why not talk to him, you know? And I hate people that refer to me as that, but since you have, like, at least slightly heard of me, you might have heard that I'm quote-unquote the fruit guy, or some shit like that.
I have heard about some miraculous fruits in relation to you, yeah?
Yeah, he just takes out a fruit and puts it to the side. On the note, if you want a fruit, specifically, basically any fruit on my list, feel free. And it's not any of the weird, give me your blood, give me a favor. This is just a gift between men, sort of thing. Just because I like you. You know, you're a good kid. But regardless of that, I just goes back to trying to actually sink in a score against Axel. Man, yeah, just to let's see, Axel. Let's see if you can probably parry this. You know, yeah. He goes in for a fucking slam. Axel just slightly shifts his puck, and it immediately bounces back into air. It's like, fucking, you're good at this. Damn, holy shit! No wonder you were fucking running back and forth.
Thanks. I've got those high-level hand-eye coordination, athletic reflexes, kind of deal. But yeah, I mean, so you say you see a better version of your younger self in me. What do you mean by that? I mean, you seem to be doing pretty good for yourself.
I mean, yeah, but like, yeah, you're like. Okay, I haven't seen like a lot of what you do. To be honest, I see a lot of DBA. I haven't seen everything, but like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you're like one of those hero types or something like that. But like, you sit pretty on the up and up. For a while though, for a very large majority of my life, I was a weed dealer for one. But that's like nothing. That's not a bad thing. People need weed for medicinal purposes and to relax and otherwise that's I don't feel bad about that. But like, yeah, no, I was a street rat, helped kick the shit out of people that needed to pay certain loan shots back and so on and so forth, That doesn't really seem to be your style from what I've gathered, at least anyways, though.
No, I mostly just, I like to travel a lot, cooped up in one place for so long, one place that's not very nice. It's nice to be able to stretch my legs and, see everything there is. When I was younger, my dad sort of made it policy to find martial artists from all over the world, study them, and then conquer their styles as sort of a way to create an attempted ultimate style for his, for his country, right? So that he could say that his martial art, the state-approved martial art was the best of them all. And, that's what he was doing. But whenever those people came in and, he would sometimes make me spar against them, I was more so enamored with the, how different and how diligent, amazing all these different, parts of the world are. So I've always just had a desire to see what's out there.
So
that's why.
Yeah, I probably should get around more. I was actually born in Daybreak Bay. I haven't really moved around too much for the most part, but it's fair. Big planet, lots of people, lots of places, lots of weird things. One thing I've heard about from DBA watching is that there's some fucking town out there, right? That's I have no idea why, but it has a lot of barrels, right? And you can't teleport to there for some fucking reason. Weird, right?
Yeah, that is weird.
A lot of weird things just exist.
Yeah, no. The world is crazy. It's even crazier than, when you read about history or textbooks or whatever. It just keeps going.
Yeah, and then there's not only actual history, but then there's mythology and just regular fiction that people make. There are so many things that we as a fucking race have created, both in reality and not,
Yeah, it just sort of goes forever.
Makes me kind of jealous of those people like Nicole and that Lilithian guy who can just memorize things quickly. They can experience a lot more than we can,
That's true. But, there's nothing stopping you from using the time you do have, Other than, I guess, material and economic constraints. But I assume that you don't have to deal with those too much, considering...
Not anymore, at least. That used to be a big problem. Which is kind of why I was a criminal street rat. But now, thanks to Chip, I have been lifted from the lowest rung in society to one of the highest, so no, that's not really a problem for me anymore. That's just a guy. It's still fucking hitting me. Recently, me and him, because I was in a DBA episode, I have an airship now, and I've been trying to figure out, that's really cool. And, it's a blimp and all that shit, but, what am I gonna use that for,
I mean, you could do a lot of things. You could have, I don't know, you could have, a cool party on it.
Oh, I'm certainly going to be doing that, don't get me wrong. It's just, I still need to fully, I have a bit of a grasp on it. Because I don't even have a fucking driver's license, because I've always just run around, because, say what you will about Daybreak Bay, at least it's gotten, not like other fucking cities in the continental US, Daybreak Bay actually has fucking city planning, so it's a walkable city. So, I haven't even gotten a fucking normal car driver's license or a motorcycle or any weird shit like that, so I'm definitely not qualified to fly a blimp, but, I've started to get a little experience with it, which is, it's weird, And especially considering, I don't know if you heard that Florin guy, but one of the things that I bought from him, he just kind of holds his hand to the left and swipes it as a fucking tear in space or opens, just let's say to right over here. I can make portals and shit. Pretty long range, in fact. So it's just
that's cool.
If I really need to get someone, I could just do that. Except I guess Beryl City and other places like it, anyways.
Yeah. I think I met that Florin guy once. We were in the... we were both in the audience for that, one of those, Final Dragon fights where he came over to do stuff.
Right. Yeah, no, I think I was there for one of those too. I don't remember if it was the same one or not.
Yeah, he's kind of weird. I get a weird feeling when I'm around him. Like, I don't know how to put it. Like he's maybe not the happiest of guys to be around.
Yeah, no, like, me and him kind of have, like, a standing rapport going, but, like, he doesn't seem to be all that enthused with his life, and it's a lot more about the direct value of things, and, like, I think he's an alright enough guy, but, like, he's definitely, you know, I said, like, you seem like a better version of me. I think he's, like, not like a version of me, but he's a couple steps further down than me, you know? He's a lot closer to being someone that you or I would fight on DBA than not, you know?
Yeah, he gives me, and obviously I haven't really talked with the guy because I don't know, he just seems kind of weird, you know. I'm not really the type to deal with the slimy back alley broker type, but I don't know. He gives me the impression of someone who.
Just that the slimy, back alley, broker type, just the whole anime arrows piercing into a person. Yeah. But, you know, maybe this is just me, but, you know, a lot of people who, you know, do bad to others or are only in it for themselves are like that because they've learned that, you know? Like, bad things happen to them and now they can sort of reclaim some of that inner happiness by doing bad things to others, you know? Power can be quite a drug like that. Everyone just kind of slicks his hair back. Yeah. No, again, that's why, like I said, you're like a better version. I've gotten that talk a couple of times now. I am trying to dial back on my own hunger for power, but I feel like I'm at a good spot now. A lot of those words, I'm being honest, are definitely applied to me.
Sorry if it sounded like I was...
you're good.
Yeah.
Again, you're right. That's the problem. You were 100% spot on. Like I said, I didn't react to what I went through is the healthiest, let's say. But now that I've been to DBA, gotten a lot of power on a just genuine level. Because like, again, he just kind of like taps his own skin. I don't know what you know about like various different forms of human, because like obviously they're just regular humans as you are currently, I assume. I mean, I don't know if like your dad did any weird genetic shit to you. I don't know if you have anything else in you.
I mean, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
you never really told me anything like that, so I've got no clue.
Yeah. But there are various different types of humans born across the fucking various regions around the planet. One of those is Sylvan. Basically, people that have a strong connection to nature and shit, right? And, not full all my family. Like, about a third of my family comes from Sylvan heritage on my dad's side. And so, me and my sister both are fairly obviously Sylvan people. And we both have epithets that kind of also make it obvious, they're plant people. Whenever I unlocked my epithet, I was pissed, because I just wanted to be like most kids that have normal childhoods, no offense, just really wish that they might get an epithet. Just because it's like, it makes you cool, you're interesting. And so I was one of those people, and then my epithet was a fucking plant thing. I was like, okay, so I have to be like my family. Right, that's fucking great. made things worse. I was stewed in things like that for a long time, and wanted to, get something different. And over time, with meeting someone else and then going to DBA for a while, I have managed to develop my epithet into something like, yeah, I can actually use, and that fits for me as a person. That isn't just, you are defined by the people that came before you, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think I get that a lot. Actually, I was sort of had, I guess, because my epithet was supposed to be able to channel the power of, Ascalon's sort of beliefs and stuff, and it's sort of it was one of those things of having this thing that's a part of me, but also represents everything that I don't like, everything that I try and fight against. But the thing is, it's ultimately your power. It's not anybody else's.
Exactly.
And you got to choose how you want to define it. I'm sure. I don't know what your epithet is, but I'm sure you can find a way to use its things plant adjacently or in ways that are more you.
Yeah, no, my epithet is sow, the whole phrase, reap what you sow, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... if it had been reap, I would have been fucking ecstatic, but so, again, as you might expect, when I was younger and developing and just got it, something that brought upon the concept of hard work over a very long time wasn't really something that inspired enthusiasm, as it were, as well as the connotation with plant growth and so on and so forth. It's a very difficult thing with both my heritage and its connotations to get past, but I've slowly managed to do somewhat that.
Yeah. I mean, I noticed you have your cool magic fruits.
Yeah. I know that you hang out with Sho a bit. He might have mentioned it to you. There's a series written by an author from Japan named One Piece. I was talking with Echo about it a while back because she wanted a devil fruit as well. Basically, the broad concept as he picks up the fruit and just kind of tosses it between his hands is that I basically took the idea for this from that series, because in that series there are these weird magic fruits that haven't been explained why they exist, that if you eat them, you get a random power that just allows you to do random things. So I thought, if I were to start collecting samples of other epithets and other weird species, I could theoretically do the same thing, because, I have to grow the fruits, so, it makes sense, and it's worked, with a little help, and it's been pretty good for me for the most part, and, it just, even with the fact of this, then I've developed a bit more, and now if people want them, they can keep them. It used to be my epithet wasn't strong enough to make something like that permanent. It was just until the fruit basically was fully digested. It still can be. People don't have to make them permanent. It just, if they find a fruit that they like, and I want them to have it, they can keep it,
Uh-huh. I'd be down to try one. I don't know if I want to keep one quite yet. I quite like what I've got going on, and also I have this feeling that I'm close to a breakthrough. You see, I imagine Aaron is a class 2 epithet user. He's pretty strong. He can probably tell that Axel's
not
very
only
close to
being
class up.
not only being a class 2 epithet user, but also being an epithet based around cultivation, you could probably feel it, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, yeah, probably one of the two big things left, and like definitely popping through, getting the light and all that shit going on, yeah. Yeah, but if you do want to try one, he just takes the one that he's taken out and tosses it over. Feel free. It's a D51 of what is currently written.
Alright. So Axel will eat the epithet, and I will say before...
Holy shit, eat the epithet!
Sorry, not the epithet, the devil fruit. And I should say, normally, in One Piece canon, right, usually devil fruits are known to taste bad. And I think with Aerons, they also taste bad. It's something that, like, doesn't really matter when it comes to it heals you, and you also gain superpowers, and it's something people like Aaron are probably, like, acclimatized to, you know?
I was thinking that because, like, obviously he knows that they taste bad, but, like, he also wants people to eat them, that way they can use them. Like, I feel like he's basically... They originally tasted bad, like, especially when he first started DBA, but, like, as he's worked towards them, they've basically gotten, like, almost a nothing taste, or depending on if you have really specific taste buds, it might be somewhat sweet, effectively.
Alright. Well, I only bring that up because Axel has this funny talent, right? Where he has really bad tastes. So Axel bites in and was like, this is really, really good. You could make a salad out of this.
You really shouldn't. That is the Negai no Mi.
Which one's that one?
That's the Wish fruit.
I see. Let me look for that devil fruit real quick so I can remember what it does.
Yeah, I can, let me fucking show the players. There we go. Did that pop it up for you?
Yep.
There you go. Let me switch to the other track, just because. Seems like the queue is emptied out, as it were.
Alright,
Oh shit, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
As he sees.
He claps his hands together. Let me try my hand at it. He puts his hand forward. And, suddenly, right next to him, a fruit salad appears because he was just talking about it and made him kind of hungry. Oh, sweet. Exactly what I wanted.
Maybe with Axel partially eating a salad, maybe Aaron has a moment to skid in the score. Nope, definitely not.
Hold on, Aaron. Axel has the counter roll. He might be really no. Never mind.
Yeah, no. Of course, you couldn't crit on the fucking of devil fruit ability, though. Oh, fuck it. You're not even looking. How am I? God, I'm not that bad, am I? I beat sick after school all the time at this.
Listen, compared to flying a fighter jet, this is nothing.
Holy shit, you know how to fly a fighter jet?
I have a pilot's license. I mean, it's another country's not exactly very strict pilot's license, so I guess, take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, I know how to fly it.
Better than all I fucking know. Jesus, that's cool as hell, kid.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Nothing especially, but I think from what I vaguely recall, you live at that Burr house or whatever, right?
Yeah, sometimes. Although I travel a lot, so I sort of just stay everywhere. Although I'm staying in town for a little bit just because after the whole incident, Nicole, Gordon, other people want to keep a close eye on me, and I'm not gonna.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to worry them. So.
Just with basically the last thing. Unless there's anything else you want to talk about. It's basically just. I can set up a room for you, and if you ever want to come take a trip around No Man's Land, either just as a normal resident or a tourist, we are still working. We got a couple of casinos up and running, but basically just like if you ever want to talk to me or visit my country, as it were, feel free.
Sure thing. Can I come in by? I have this thing where I can sort of teleport and talk to people I know, remotely and stuff. Is that a cool method? Or I know some people don't like it when I just mentally phone them, "Hey, I'm coming," and then I appear next to them. Especially if you're like a king and stuff.
You could do the phoning thing, but if you want to do that, I'd prefer just making a portal to you myself, because I think, if I recall correctly, I don't know, Chip does a lot of things just weirdly, because Chip, that's the same thing that gave me the country, gave Chip a second epithet, which is kind of fucking insane. I think sometimes we have an anti-teleportation field around, just so that people don't force their way into our country. And, I have immunity to that, and, if we get you talking to Chip, theoretically, that could pass, but, just want to make sure nothing bad happens to you. So I can, make portals for you, but, that's more or less fine to an extent, yeah?
Yeah. Whoa, second epithet. That's intense.
Yeah, no, it's something, man. I know I mentioned the castle or whatever, our country has, a couple of mountain ranges, but there's, one main one. And basically, he used that to just carve out our castle from. It's really cool. I am glad that he is my friend, because if he was just his own, singular dictator, he who knows what might go through that man's mind. Because he is a very spur-of-the-moment type individual.
Ah, yeah. One of those types.
If you ever want to talk again, or want to try and eat another fruit, or keep it, just, call me and we could talk. And, there are a handful of fruits that, I especially basically never going to let anybody specifically keep, but I don't know. I like you. If there's any specific ones that catch your eye, we could talk. As he...
All right, I'll think about it.
He puts down a paper with the list of fruits, just for your sake. It steps through the curtain and goes through the portal, which he had yet to dismiss, and leaves.
All right.
I'm so mad that you crit twice and neither of them was on the fruit.
They were both specifically against you, too. That's great.
Yeah. Axel goes back to playing hockey against himself really fucking fast.
Yeah.
And unless anybody has anything they want to say to chat, I think we can more or less cut it at that.
Yeah, alright.
Thank you for watching, chat. Do either of you have the link to the Discord?
Yes, in fact, if you do want to see more appearances of Aaron Nomi or Axel Gilgamesh, feel free to join Fine Dining, our Discord server, and we will let you know if and when those events happen.
Yeah,
you should do
kind
that.
Kind of our thing.
Yeah,
Well, see you around, chat. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. See you later.